Over the last couple of years, I've been trying to hit a quota of a certain number of items listed in my eBay shop every day. And it's usually been 5 a day. And if I can do more than that, then I'll do more than that. And recently I started trying to change things up a little bit by making a dollar amount quota. Like I was trying to do $200 or more every day of listings in my eBay shop. But my my method has been, because I don't always have time every day to list, has been to create drafts of items and then take photos of those items and then do scheduled listings. So I would do 5 a day scheduled out as far as in advance as I could. And then recently $200 a day scheduled out as far as in advance as I could. And then this week I had 60 items already scheduled, ready to go out over the course of about 3 weeks. This week I decided I'm just going to list all of these 60 items on Monday. And it seemed like it worked out pretty well. I sold quite a few of those 60 things. Like, I think I sold 2 or 3 on the first day and then 2 or 3 more the second day. I don't always sell things that quickly, so it seemed like it was successful to do that. But today is Thursday and I haven't done any more listings since then. So this is why I've done the scheduling, because I like to have some kind of accountability, and I want there to be activity in my eBay shop every day, so that the theory is that eBay sees that you're working your shop. It takes you seriously as a seller who is constantly in eBay working, and it gives you a little boost in the search results. I don't know if there's any real truth to that theory, but that's the theory, that you should be listing something every single day. I'm not going to be able to do that, I don't think. If I want to just be listing, I can't do it every single day, and I don't want to be putting a lot of scheduled listings up right now. I'm trying to just, as I get the listings done, get them posted immediately, available to buy. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to put something, to do all the work to get it ready to list, and then it doesn't actually show up for 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks where somebody can't buy this item. And the things that I sold this week may not have been purchased 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to try my best to get a few things listed every day. And if I miss a day or two here or there, then that's going to have to be okay. So this week I had 60 listings go up on Monday, then 0 on Tuesday, 0 on Wednesday. I'm going to try to get 3 or 4 done right now. I'm going to take the photos and get them listed. These are things I already have the drafts written up, and they're just waiting to be finalized. I have a full-time job, so I just can't I can't be dedicating 2 hours a day to eBay. I just don't have it. I just don't have that time. So I'm going to do the best I can. That's all I can say. I want to get listings up every day, but if I can't do it, then I won't. So right now I have some things that I just brought in yesterday, new items. I have some other things sitting here, but it's clothing. I always dread listing clothing, doing the photos. I hate doing it. So I'm going to leave these pieces of clothes sit here for a little while, and I'm going to take care of these easier to photograph things tonight. I've got 4 books and a small other item that should only need a handful of pictures each. So it's going to be really easy to take these photos. I'll tell you about them as I go through them. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pack up the 4, I think there's 4 orders that came in today. It's already pretty late, so I don't want to spend a lot of time. I want to get to it and get this work done. So let's go. Okay, this thing I have right here is by a brand called Izzo. It's some kind of golf thing. It helps you train to get smoother swings with your golf club. I'm not a golfer or even interested in golf, but I have had pretty good luck with golf junk, selling that stuff. So people who are into golf are really, really into it, so they want to get better at it. This thing isn't worth an incredible amount of money. I got it yesterday. There's my little, I call it my lunch break thrift store, this little store I go to. I usually go to it every Thursday This week I went to it on Wednesday because they were announcing a clothing sale, all clothes $2. I can't remember if I got any clothes. I think I maybe got 2 shirts. This is the only thing that I brought in even from the car, and it's gonna get ready to list. I paid $2 for it, and it's brand new in the box. It's never been used. I think it's basically something you wrap around your arm and then you wrap it around the golf club, and somehow it makes you force your swing to become better. I don't know. Anyway, I paid $2 for it. It's probably worth like 17 or 18. It's not a big winner, but it's not, that's not a terrible thing. It has a decent sell-through rate. I think there were 4 currently listed and 6 that have sold in the last 3 months. So I'd rather it was like 40 listed and 60 sold, but this isn't terrible. Seems like it would sell pretty quickly as long as I put a pretty reasonable price on it. So let's see, what did I decide to price it? $13.99 plus shipping. So I'll probably end up making $12 on this when it sells. I took 7 photos of it, so they're gonna get uploaded to the eBay app, and then I'm gonna find someplace to store this very quickly, and I'm gonna put the storage location, which is right here, CL Mid 1B, in the custom SKU field. I'll show you. On the eBay app, there's under the item specifics, there's a custom SKU field. I've already put in here the amount I paid for it, the location I got it from, and the date. And then I'm gonna put the location where I stored it. I forgot what it was already. What did I say? CL Mid 2B? Could that be it? Or was it 1B? 1B. Okay, so that one's done. I put it in that box and I put the location in here, so now when this item sells, I'll be able to find it very easily because I know exactly where it is. All right, the next few things I have here, these books, these are like a little stack of artist books from, like, these 3 would have been produced by these artists, like limited edition kind of self-published books to sell at comic conventions. And somebody I work with gave me these. This one I think is a little more, you know, standard publication, but they're all basically like artist sketchbooks. This one, I don't know these artists that well. This is the artist Mark A. Nelson, he's a comic book artist. I don't know if there's anything in here that says what he would be most known for, but I don't know. I don't know this name, but anyway, this is signed. It says to Mark and then M-A-N, Mark A. Nelson. This one is probably the least valuable, and maybe this will never sell. There's one of these that has sold in the last 3 years, and there's 2 currently listed. So those are listed at pretty high, like $45 or $50. I'm gonna put a little bit lower price on this. The one that sold only sold for $35, so I'm gonna put $35, I think, on this and try to get somebody to buy it. So that should hopefully not take too long, but if it does, it's okay. This is a very thin book, doesn't take up much space. I'm gonna take a few photos of the pages on the inside. Can you see me? Yeah. This one has like pencil drawings in the front and then pen and ink drawings in the back. I would say these pencil drawings are more impressive than the pen and ink ones, but they're all pretty cool. The pen and ink ones look more like actual comic pages, sequential art. I'm gonna skip these and just go to the back. I think that's enough photos. You can see that it's in basically perfect condition. Mark A. Nelson. I'm gonna put these photos in just like I did before. I only took 6 pictures, I guess that's enough. And then there's a bookshelf right here. I think there should be some space on it. Yeah, there's plenty of room here. This shelf is called BR5. So I'll do the same thing. Put that location in here. BR5. So again, when this sells, I know exactly where to look to find it. Okay, I got a few others here. These next 2 are by the same artist, both of them by an artist named Scott Blair. I don't really know him that well. I mean, I don't know him at all. But it seems like he mostly does sort of pinup. This other book is actually called Pinups. This one is just like, I think it's like commissions where people hired him to make drawings of their favorite superhero characters or pop culture characters in, you know, semi-risque poses, I think most of them are. So here we got Black Widow. Was that Power Girl? I don't know. This is from Blade Runner. I don't know what her name is. Her real name's Sean Young. So this is a talented guy. Not really my cup of tea. This kind of burlesque kind of stuff. But it says at the front, it says somewhere, a collection of some of my favorite custom marker sketches drawn on Bristol or blank variant pages at comic conventions. So basically people hired him to draw these. They say, can you make a drawing of my favorite character? He does it, and then over the years, this is from 2012 to 2013, he would produce a book. So there's a couple of these listed in like the $90 to $100 range, and there's a few that have sold for closer to like 70. So I'm going to list it at 70. Again, it's signed and dated by the artist. I forgot his name. Scott Blair. I never heard of him, but I'm sure he is well regarded. I'm going to try to figure out which of these pages has the most striking image. There's Bill Murray. Here's Jaws with Aquaman swimming above. Okay, what's her name? Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson. Looks like Scarlett Johansson. Oh, and look, there's the back, the front and the back. That's a good idea. So I'm looking for the few pages that might be most striking to draw people's attention. This is the girl from True Blood. Let's do that one. And a Wonder Woman with an eagle. Here's, what's his name? Stan Lee. So yeah, these are like, you know, I wouldn't say they're pornographic, but they're not family friendly, I would say. Maybe that's enough. I guess that's enough. Okay, let's go do this one. So it's called Sketchbook Now in Color. Sketchbook Now in Color. Okay. I'm going to just put the same location on all of these and then move them to that location after we're done here. Is that the back? Yeah, that's the back. So some of these are, I mean, all of them that I have here are signed, and some of them are inscribed to the person who gave them to me, so that's not ideal. I think signatures are more valuable if they just say the name of the artist or the author or whatever, unless the person that it's inscribed to is like a family member or somebody else that's famous. I think sometimes that can make the book more valuable if the signature, if it's like says Dear Aunt so-and-so or Dear Keanu Reeves, you know, that kind of thing. So here again, these are all pinups, you know, sexy girls. I don't think, none of these are pop culture characters. They're just kind of generic pinups. So again, this one is has sold, you know, not very many copies, but a few have sold for like in the $70 to $90 range. And there's very few listed. And I think of this particular one, none of them listed are signed, and this one is. So should be good. Hopefully, I think I'll list it at 70. See if anybody wants to give me that for it. I got these, like I said, somebody just gave them to me. Doesn't want them anymore. I think somebody is planning for their future when they don't want to have a house full of stuff that their kids are going to have to get rid of. So he gave these to me. This one, Scott Blair pinup. We'll do the same thing. Put those photos in. This is only going to take 10 or 15 minutes to do all these. But it is hard to come up with 10 or 15 minutes a day some days. Today I didn't really have any excuse for not getting any work done. I just came home and I was tired and I laid down. I got home from work. I laid down for a little while. After like 40 minutes, I got up, took the dog for a walk, came back and just decided to just lay down again. So I basically have been in bed since I got home from work at 5:30 and now it is 9:45. Okay, this one is called Echo Nouveau, The Art and Life of a Working Girl. And so this is more like advertising art, an artist who does posters. Here's Dave Matthews Band poster, and in this kind of modern looking, but Art Nouveau. It's like a semi-nouveau, semi-modern style. Some of these look like these just look like photographs. I don't know. Maybe this is like the mock-up, and then she draws and paints the real thing from there. I don't know. Anyway, this one's signed as well. No inscription, just says the name. Her name is Echo. The name of the book says Echo Nouveau. Her real name is Echo Chernick, and I think her real name is Heather Echo Chernick or something like that. I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce it. Chernick. Anyway, this one, I think this one is like the $70 to $90 range as well. Probably should have done some pictures at this kind of an angle that reveals the thickness of the book. Like these books are pretty thin. I didn't think of it till just now. So yeah, here's a signature. We're gonna get the whole page and then the close-up of the signature. We'll look at, this one's a little easier to open. These thin ones, I don't want to flip them around and mess up the pages too much. So this one is a little easier to get in here and get some of these pictures. Oh, look at that's cool. Green tea labels. It looks like, I think the point of this book is that if you want to be a working illustrator, you just have to do a lot of different things. So here she's doing book covers, editorial illustrations. This looks like tarot cards. That other page was labels for tea cans, tea canisters, magazine covers. I guess if you're talented, you also need to be a business person if you want to make a living. Okay, so Echo Nouveau, this book, I'm going to list it at 70. So I think most of these I'm listing around 70, except for the first one, which is a little less valuable. And I mean, these are pretty obscure books. There's not a very good chance that these are going to sell quickly. These feel like things that are going to sit for a year, and hopefully we'll all still be here when that happens a year from now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 listings tonight. So I'm going to call this good. I'll get all of these published tonight. I should have just published them right now while I was doing them, but I've gotten into this habit of saving them and then scheduling them later. So I'm going to just finish what I'm doing tonight and then publish them afterwards. So right now I'm going to put these books on the shelf where I have them labeled, you know, the location where I'm going to store them. And then I'm going to go grab the 4 items that are getting shipped out and get them packed. And then at the end of the video, we'll see exactly how much money we made today. I think it's going to be right around $100. So hang on. 7 orders that came in on Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 on Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 on Tuesday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Tuesday still in the lead. And then 5 on Wednesday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Today is Thursday. We'll add those orders tomorrow if I remember. If not, we'll just put them in there sometime in the future. But okay, what have we got to sell today? All right, starting here, I sold this vintage glass bake. I think glass bake was basically a competitor of Pyrex and maybe Fire King. I'm not sure. Maybe Fire King is Pyrex, or maybe Fire King is also glass bake. I don't know. These things don't have the cachet that the good old Pyrex dishes have, so they don't sell for much. This one I sold for, I've had it for a long time, and I sold it for $18. I've had it since October of 2023. That's when I bought it at, let's see, where did I get it? I got it at the Goodwill on October 23rd, 2023. So this has been sitting here for nearly 2 years. Today's August 21st, I think. So it's only an $18 dish. Not a great sale, but I'm still gonna double box it because I don't have a great option for this size right now. So I'm just gonna throw it in this box, and then I have another box that's just slightly bigger. I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna put it in here and then put this one inside there to just protect it. You know, it is glass. Probably the whole point of this kind of glass is that it's heavy duty and not easily breakable, but that doesn't mean it doesn't break. So I'm gonna just do my best to protect it, even though it's only sold for $17.99. If I had, I need to figure out some different boxes, some different sources for boxes. Because right now, even though I was complaining about having a giant stack of boxes in the other room for several days, if not weeks, right now it feels like my my inventory of boxes is very minimal. And the last couple of days I've been struggling to find a box for at least one item each day. That's, you know, the proper size box for whatever it is I'm shipping. So this one isn't much bigger, but it is a little bit bigger. So we'll have at least 2 layers of cardboard protecting this dish, and maybe I'll get a little paper in here as well. Not much, but maybe a little. So I could for sure pack this better than this. I would prefer that it has 1.5 inches to 2 inches of padding all around every side. I just don't have the boxes to do that right now. And I could spend a lot of time building a box from scratch or Frankensteining together a few different boxes, but for an $18 item, I'm probably gonna make, let's see, I paid $2 for this, so we're down to $16.99, and then after eBay fees, we're probably gonna make $13 or $14 on this dish, so I don't know that it's worth it to spend 30 minutes trying to build a box for it when I could. I mean, nothing's gonna get through these layers of cardboard. That inner box was already a little bit heavy duty, and then with this outside box, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be fine. All right, what was it called? Glass bake with one S. I think I have another one of these floating around. 4 pounds, 13.10.6, and it's going to, where is it going? Hopefully not too far. North Carolina. I don't really know how far that is. This is going to JB in North Carolina. If it was going to Indiana, I'd feel better. All right, next up, I have a Sony battery charger for a Handycam video camera. I have no recollection of this. I got it at an estate sale, and I paid $1.26 for it. $1.25 on January 27th of 2024, so a year and a half ago. I can't recall if it came with a camera and then I sold the camera separately, or the camera was broken or something. I don't really remember. It's certainly possible that I just found this laying on a shelf or something and picked it up, assuming that somebody would need it for their Sony Handycam. But apparently nobody needed it that bad because it's been sitting here for quite a long time. But it's finally going out. It's only going out for $10.99. When I say I paid $1.25 for it, I'm sure that means I got home, I spent a certain amount of money, and I just divided that amount by the number of items I got from that estate sale. Came up with $1.25. But I always just put estate sale in my records, so I couldn't tell you what else I got there or what kind of an estate sale it was or anything like that. I just know it came from an estate sale. 12 ounces. This box is 655, and it's going to FA in Indiana. Funny, I just said Indiana a second ago about this box. All right, next, I'm gonna go to that last, this one. Okay, this is a little hockey player. I think this is the goalie from a Irwin Top Corner hockey game. I bought this game at the Salvation Army. I can't remember what I paid for it. Maybe it was $9.99. It's a big thing. It's probably, the box is probably 3.5 or 4 feet long. It came in the box and everything. I didn't open it in the store. It was so cheap I didn't bother. But that game apparently is it's considered the best of the hockey games. Like, you know, it's sort of like foosball, kind of a hockey game. So I didn't even take it out of the box. I just bought it for $10. When I got it home, and well, honestly, it sat in my car for a long time. I left it in my car probably for 2 months before I took it out and tried to get it ready to sell. Some of the hockey players were broken, which was a bummer because it was selling for like 120, between 100 and 150, I would say. I didn't really want to deal with trying to ship this giant box anyway, but I would like to have gotten $120 for it, but I couldn't sell it. It was broken, but it had a lot of pieces. So I took off every one of the players. They have these long rods that that you control them with. I took out the goals. I took out the scoreboard. I took the game, the rink itself, the whole thing, and I've been selling it slowly by parts. So this guy sold for $25, $25.99. I didn't put, this is when I was experimenting with free shipping, so it's $25.99 with free shipping, so it's probably going to cost $4.50 to ship, maybe even $5, $5.50. So not going to make a huge amount of money on this, but I've got a dozen more of these hockey guys, so if I make $20 each on them, I'll end up making more than I would have if I sold them all in one kit. This one's going to Indiana too, so it's interesting. Okay, finally, Astromech. This is R2-D2. Let's get him open. This is R2-D2 from Galaxy's Edge in Disney World or Disneyland, I'm not sure which. And I got him. I'm not going to take them all out of here. It's a remote control R2-D2. It comes in this nice bag. It's like a backpack. The backpack has a little zipper that opens. This is what I should have opened. The idea, I think, is that you open up this backpack and walk around, and you're using the remote to have his head spin around so people see you with a robot, a droid, while you're walking around Disney World. And then they decide they need to go buy one too. I think right now you have to, if you want to, they're like custom. You pick all the colors and the noises it makes and all that kind of stuff when you buy it. I think right now when you buy your tickets to Disney World, you have to add on the Droid Depot purchase that you want to go there and buy it. And I think you might have to even like schedule the time in advance when you're going to go there and get it. And I think they're about 180. It's like 180 bucks extra on your Disney World trip to get this. And then also you probably have to pay extra for the bag. You probably have to pay extra. There's like a little, they call it a personality chip that's inside the robot that you can add on so you can have even more noises that he makes. I got him and I got a BB-8 style one at a garage sale, let's say 3 weeks to a month ago, and they were $10 each. So these people bought them for their kids. The kids got tired of them, and now they're just, let's get these out of our house. This box is a little bit big. I don't think I have a smaller one, and I don't necessarily want to have to use 2 boxes, but that's just the situation we're in. So I'm gonna cut this box down and make a lid for that other box so that he's too big to just go in one box by himself. So we're gonna have to do 2 boxes. So I'll save this other half for a future project. This part will go over here, and we'll surely have a use for that in the future. But right now we'll turn this into a little lid and it'll go on top. This is about the easiest kind of Frankensteining you can do. Just make a cap, and I think it'll work out just great. Okay, I'm gonna leave him in the bag, and I'm trying to think how's the best way to get him where he's going safely. I think honestly the best way is probably just paper. So we'll just do paper all around. There's quite a bit of extra space in here. I'd say he's gonna have like 4 inches around each side, 2 to 4 inches on each side. So I'll have to put quite a bit of paper in here. I might use up some of this other paper that's over here. And what else? These bubbles too. Might as well just get rid of all this right now. Let's see. So you can see there's quite a bit of space all around him. We're gonna fill up some of this with these bubbles and the rest of it with paper. I don't love these air bubble things, but they come with other packages, so it'd be a shame to not use them for something. Okay, good. Now we'll just fill the rest with paper. So like I said, I paid $10 for him and I paid $10 for BB-8, and it's this one sold today for $95. They seem to sell normally from like 100 to 120, so I price these a little bit lower than other people are doing, but they take up a lot of space, so I don't want them to hang around here too long. Just try to maximize profits. If I got him for 10, selling him for 95, it's a pretty big win. We'll probably make, I don't know, maybe $70 profit on it, 72. We'll find out at the end. Okay, more paper. It's over here. So yeah, you can see there's a lot of space around him. I gotta put a lot of paper in here. And then get this lid on. There we go. Safe as can be. Put a few strips of tape this way. I'm pushing it down as far as I will go. And then we'll turn it. What's this doing out? Did I use this tonight? I can't remember. Put some this way, put some this way. And there we go. So put a label right on top and we'll be all set. That's R2, R2D2. It's not actually R2D2. I'm sure he has another designation, but I don't know what his real name is. I imagine they give you names. 7 pounds. I imagine they give you names at the the they call it the Droid Depot. 19 by 12 by 12. And who's it going to? Oh, Susan. Is this going to my YouTube friend Susan? This is either going to my YouTube friend Susan or somebody with a similar name. I'll have to look into this. So if you're buying this, Susan, thank you. I appreciate it. It should be there in a few days. Actually, by the time you see this, it might be there tomorrow. I'm gonna put a little more tape over these where these holes are. Okay, I'm gonna buy labels for these 4 packages, and then I'll come back and we'll go over exact profits on all these items and how much money we made for the entire day. So here we go, one more time. All right, everybody's all labeled up. These are all going to be going out tomorrow and should be arriving pretty quickly. So let's look at profits. Okay, that glass bake divided dish. I'm gonna double check because I'm looking at the title of it and it says blue, and that thing was definitely not blue. So I'm gonna have to quickly look at the that listing to make sure I didn't put the wrong dish in that box. But in any event, if I have to repackage it, I will. That one earned $11.63, and it only took 2 years. It only took 1 year and 11 months to do it. So there we go, 11 bucks. The little Sony battery charger, $8.77, and that one took, let's see, 1 year and 6 months. So 1 year and 18 months to get to just under $9. The hockey player earned $17, so I never should have done this free shipping on here. I might go back and revise some of the other listings and get rid of that free shipping. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it. Anyway, $17.09 is not terrible. And then finally, R2D2 is going out to Susan, and it is going to earn $67.28. So the total for today, I think I was guessing 72, so I was a little bit off on that. The shipping is pretty high. Yeah, pretty high on that. I might have to go and adjust the BB-8 one to account for the package being heavier than I expected. And anyway, any rate, $67.28 is a good profit for me. And so right now it's 10:23 p.m. on August 21st, and as of this moment, we have earned $104.77 today. The day on eBay ends for me at 2 a.m. So there are a few more hours where some other orders might come in. It's not unheard of for that to happen. So hopefully we can make a little bit more tonight by getting a couple more sales. But right now, 104.77. That means we're at an average profit per day during the month of August of $143.71, and an average profit per sale during August of $32.45. So we're doing fine. We're probably not going to reach our goal for the year, $50,000, but we're going to do fine anyway. I'm going to be happy if we get over 40. I'm trying for 50. I think we're going to get 45, but if we get over 40, I'll be happy. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, so let's see what's going on then. Bye.